Hey, this is Stacia, and we're going to take a look at a training game played on, well, this time lichess.org. So, yeah, it says chess.com, but this is just a 10-minute, 5-second increment on lichess. And I got the white pieces for this. And it was a pretty interesting game. So let's have a look at this. It started out with e4, e5, knight f3, and knight c6. And of course, I took the pawn. And well, my opponent played d6. Yeah, and here I was strongly considering playing this, which I think is called the Cochrane Gambit. And if they take here, we can just take the whole center with this. It does look like that pawn's hanging, but that's actually not the case, because after takes, we can simply play check. And you're like, Stacia, that's not a fork, you missed. Yeah, well, once they go, where do they go? G6. Then I go here, and now we get it. So that's sort of the point of that. So they actually shouldn't take it. And then I just want to look at this for a second, just in case I would actually play this way. Looks like the main move is, in the lichess database, is bishop e7. And then we check, I guess. Looks like masters play knight c3 here. Yeah, I'll just follow what the masters do. And then after c6, just bishop d3. Yeah, and it's interesting because you would think that you just sacrificed a piece, like better hurry up and attack. But actually, you just hurry up and develop. That's what you do. Like, black is looking to tuck their king away. But, like, there's 3 master games left. And, like, white won all 3. So, yeah, it just goes to show you this is a real opening. I mean, it's dubious. Like, if black plays correctly, this won't happen. But, okay, anyway, I want to keep that as, like, a little side weapon. Because why not? All right, but in the game I took, and I just played the normal move back. So knight to f3, and now he's going to take my pawn. And I like this move, knight c3 here. It's inviting the double pawns, which my opponent did do. But in the process, opened up the d file, opened up my bishop. So, all right, so he goes bishop e7. I go bishop e3. Idea, queen d2, castle queenside. And then if black castles, I will pawn storm them. We'll have opposite side castling, and we'll go from there. So my opponent played bishop g4, which I thought wasn't such a great move, because, well, if they do castle now, I will have some tempos when I do start my pawn storm. Also, I don't think I'm necessarily afraid of having more double pawns, as long as I have the 2 bishops, although I didn't play that way this game. So here I broke the pin, yeah. So, ooh, I see the engine doesn't like bishop e2 or bishop g4. So let's have a look at what the engine wants. I'm just curious. Yeah, the engine wants to just castle or play c6 here. I feel like c6 is a little better because it stays flexible. I'm always annoyed when they don't castle right away. So if I check the opening book, it gives knight c6. Yeah. Okay, against this, I would most likely play queen d2. Yeah, that's the main move. And then it says bishop e6. I would most likely castle. Yeah, and you have to actually watch out. I don't think this actually works, because we play b3. The bishop's trapped, but they can play a5, and then when we play here, they play a4. And now if I take, they take here, and the a file's open. It's a little scary, right? And then king takes b3. It looks like black wins this position fairly often in the database for masters, and let's see, yeah, and for lichess users after rook a5. Yeah, because look, they can just like come on in. It's really, I don't think it's worth the piece. So actually the right way to play this is to go king b2, but then after a4, we just play rook a1. Now that I can get behind. This looks better because we're stopping the play on the a file now. And of course they can take, but then we can take, and okay, they can take here, I guess. It says they should take. Yeah, well, we're threatening the bishop. There's no way out. They kind of have to do this. And then after this, we actually should take the rook first. Oh yeah, because if we take this way, I have to remember that bishop has not developed yet, so it's unprotected. So we have to trade. Now the queen comes here, but I do feel this is a little different because now it seems like we can play queen a2, we can get our bishop out and stuff. Okay, so anyway, sorry to go down that rabbit hole, but I've seen those continuations before, so always a good idea to check what's going on there. But in the actual game, they went bishop g4 and now bishop e2. Now the engine says play queen d4 here. I've never seen this idea, but it really likes white after queen d4. Wow. No one's really played it. No masters played it, and some lichess players have. Interesting. Queen d4. Yeah, and so this is kind of what I was talking about. They can do this now. But we are on that. Can we throw that in? Probably not. Probably not, because I think there's bishop f6. Yeah, that's actually a huge bummer because now they're going to save this bishop. So we lose. So we do take, but okay, now they kind of need to decide how they're going to defend. So castles makes the most sense. And yeah, the engine likes white here, like plus 1.2. I would think it's equalish. I would not know that it's that much better. Okay, anyway, let's turn the engine off and go back to the game now. Okay, so bishop b2 breaking the pin, but that's unnecessary. Queen d4 is a better move, more forcing, inviting this. Okay, my opponent now castled, and I think we're just totally out of theory now. And so I'm like, okay, well, you know, I can do my pawn storm. So let's go here, g4 and bishop g6. I see the computer doesn't like g4. It seems so natural to me to play this way because I want to get my pawn storm going. But the computer wants, once again, queen d5. Wow. I'm not sure this would occur to me. I mean, it looks like I'm inviting this move, but then, oh wait, is that what it wanted originally? Queen d5? Oh yeah, it does. It wants queen d5. Wow, just harassing the bishop, I guess. This just feels so weird to me. It's like, now we're going to get hit with stuff too. But it does pin the f pawn, that's one thing. So, yeah, and it invites this once again. Interesting. I knew this is okay to allow this. I did not know. Oh, wow, it even wants to take with the queen. That is super interesting. And then we're on this, by the way. Not sure I would take that, but we're not even castled yet, so maybe we could. Because I don't necessarily want to open the b file towards my king. But we can still go over here. Wow, interesting. Okay, so I'm getting new ideas already, which is sort of the point of analyzing. Okay, but in the game, this move. And I'm like, okay, let's finish development. It's a 10-minute game, so let's not think too hard. Let's finish development, right? Okay, and now bishop e4. I've been killed by this pin before, so I did see this coming. But I thought I'm just fine here. I can just simply move my rook, which I did do. I just went rook hg1. Okay, I see that's the top engine move as well, so I'm glad to see that. Just to break the pin, because yeah, knight e5 was coming, and now I kind of a neat idea here. I played knight d4. Now I'm not sure my idea totally works, but my idea, which I play in the game, was to play f3, attacking the bishop. I thought if the bishop goes here, then I was planning knight f5. That looks kind of nice. And if the bishop goes this way, I was planning f4 with tempo on the knight, and then f5 trapping and winning the bishop. So I thought this is a pretty cool plan. Unfortunately, I don't think it quite works, and you'll see, because it gets a little bit messy. So, okay, this move, knight d4. Computer doesn't like knight d4. I'm going to try to figure out what it wants. I mean, I don't think I can let them win a piece, so we got to do something. What on earth does the computer want then? I don't know. It's definitely not rook g3. I mean, I'm kind of confused. All right, I'm just going to ask it. Okay, now it wants knight d4. Okay. Well, whatever. This is the problem with having the engine on low depth. It looked at everything else and was like, oh yeah, knight d4 is the best. Okay, so knight d4, and I was half expecting this move. And now I thought, ooh, they can't go this way. You know, so now the bishop will definitely go here, and this is kind of forced. But the knight can jump there, but then when I go there, they take my queen, right? So there's some issues here, and this kind of happens, so I'll just show it. f3, bishop g6, f4, c5, yeah. Now I calculated that if they go here, I thought this is quite good for me. I was planning on just simply take, f5. Pretty sure that just wins the game. Yeah, it does. Okay, so they can't play that move, knight c4, but they can play this interesting move, c5. That's a desirable move to get in, but also, I don't have a good place to put my knights. This is kind of annoying. You know, I wouldn't be surprised at all if knight f5 is the right move here. But I was trying to win a piece. And unfortunately, I missed a resource that my opponent has. So I was thinking about this, but I actually thought they could just play here anyway. And then, yeah, this actually happens, I think. And then when I take, they take, and unfortunately, I don't have time to play f5 because my knight's attacked. But here, I thought I could take, and if they take, you know, I can take back, and I'm on the rook, and I'm threatening f5, and I thought, this is great. This should be winning. Let's see what the computer says. Yeah, it likes white. Okay, well, guess what? He didn't play that move. He played, after knight takes c5, he played queen a5, and I just missed this. And unfortunately, that's a fork, right? So they're attacking here, and they're attacking here. And I did not think I should let them take there, because then checkmate. And if I just move my queen somewhere, I don't know, like somewhere out of the way, this, I thought even there, it's like, here, check, my king goes here, rooks can come out now, and then the queen takes here, and then the bishop's on this, and I just thought this is too risky to go into this. From what I calculated, it looked like it was losing, but I didn't calculate right. So let's see what I missed. Also, I want to see what the best move was, because I'm thinking either here or here is probably best. I actually do like knight c5 better, given what happened in the game, because now we can meet queen a4 with knight a3. I'm not saying this is the best ever, but at least we're blocking this, and we're still threatening the knight, followed by f5. I feel like this should still be good. Yeah, it's winning for white. Okay. Yeah, it's good enough. So what move did the computer want here? Let's see. Wow, I looked at this too, but okay, it likes knight f5 quite a bit. It likes knight f3, which I did not consider because I just thought this gets them out of it. I take, and now they have time to move the bishop. I thought they might even play something like f6. Am I missing something here? Ooh, yeah, we can take with check. Bishop f7, and then take here. Wow. Yeah, we're up 2 pawns. Wow, I've got to calculate a little better, I guess. But they don't have to play f6. They could even play h6, but I guess the problem with h6 is twofold. Number one, they're creating a hook for the pawn storm, but number two, I would play f5. And now that bishop's like dead. He's like entombed with the king. So that's not a good bishop anymore. And then we can still play queen takes d5. Yeah, okay, I missed this. Knight f3 is good. And then it also likes knight f5, which I thought. So knight f5. Yeah, and I thought this would happen. But here we have 2 bishops and an open g file. That is nice. So, so this is a bit of a mistake. Computer still likes it, but I think because there's an idea that was hard for me to see, which was to allow that crazy move queen takes a2 and all that. So, okay, so I take, and here was my idea. Knight takes c5, queen a5, and now, yeah, there's only 2 moves that hold an advantage for white. One of them is queen d5, one is knight d7. Okay, so both moves allow queen takes a2, but both moves save the knight because the knight is attacked right now. So knight d7 just saves the knight with tempo. I don't know why I didn't play that move. That looks... Well, I was afraid of this. That's why. Yeah, and then I did see this actually, and I thought I'll get pinned and stuff. Okay, well, let's look at this because, yeah, I feel like I don't understand this, really. They can take. Now we can play f5. I'm just saying, go ahead, go crazy down there. If they check right away, king d2, they take here. We can actually play rook b1. Yeah, we could even take the bishop first. The computer is unafraid. But why doesn't the computer care about, like... Why doesn't the computer care about, like, something like rook a d8, like this? It says knight d7 just wins. Wow. Well, I can see there are problems, aren't there? Wow. Okay. I'm going to probably analyze this further because it's hard for me to understand what's going on in this position. It looks like you better be accurate, otherwise you're going to lose. Okay, so yeah, that was an example of how the computer wants to allow this. But anyway, let's look at the rest of the game because I do have to go in a minute here. In the actual game, I played king b1, which is a mistake, a blunder, because the computer says, you know, let them take here and you'll win. But I wasn't willing to let them take. So I just played like this and played f5. And I thought, okay, I lost a piece. I get my piece back. But I think I'm down a pawn now, right? Or is it equal? Equal equal, but I'd say my structure is worse. I've got double pawns. This guy seems weak. This guy seems weak. But on the other hand, I'm a little more active and I've got an open G file. And yeah, so I was thinking about attacking with the major pieces. So my opponent went pawn hunting, which makes sense. But now I can start harassing that queen and coordinating a bit. So I played rook G5. I see the engine doesn't like this, but I liked it because I want to double on the G file and create threats and stuff. They took, which is a complete blunder. But the engine says black's like better here if they just play like queen F3 or queen E6 or queen E4. Just like prepare to double probably and just queen E4, sorry. That's this square, not that. Okay, so yeah, so anyway, they played here, which I was hoping to see because now I had less than a minute, but I was able to calculate. Yay, calculation training. Rook takes G7. What do you guys think? I thought this just works. They can't take the rook. In the game, they did take it. So if you want to pause your video, go ahead. Yeah, I just thought here, the problem is I get this check, which forces the king in the corner. Then I get this check. Then they go here, and then I have rook G1. Now they have to lose their queen and checkmate, and that's how the game ended. I was actually more worried about them not taking, but I thought it must still be really good. Because king H8, the computer gives a really good move here. It gives queen F4, but to understand this move, I feel like you have to understand, you know, what happens in the with the other moves. Like this, if you play queen F4, they cannot take, because now we do that same thing. We can go either queen G5 or start with rook G1. Both are gonna do the same thing as before. And if they do something else, like let's say they go here, I don't know. Then wow, we have rook G8. I did not see this at all. Rook G8. If they take this away, we check, they block, and then we checkmate. That's pretty nice. So I like that a lot. And if they take with a king, we still go. Wait, is this the one I just did? No, but it's very similar. Yeah, they can block with the queen, but okay. Wow. So there's lots of cool ideas here, but like queen F4, I feel like is hard to find because I would be tempted to play queen D4. The problem with this move, because you know we want to get on that diagonal and have especially access to F3. The problem with this is they can start attacking us with their rooks. So if they go here, for example, like yeah, we can sack the queen, but I don't think this works out. They take here. Now they're threatening checkmate. Yeah, they have a queen and we don't, so I cannot do that. It doesn't work. So after this and king H8, queen D5, like if let's say this rook comes over here, we can play rook G8 check. It's the only move that doesn't lose. Wow. That's sad because then it's a discovery they have to take with the king and then rook G1 and we can save it, I guess. Okay. Anyway, queen D4 is not winning, as you can see, because the rook comes over. And we can't go here and double up because they just take. And I was also thinking, what if we, like, I don't know, if we come there, it's guarded, so that doesn't work. I don't know. It's just like, it's just hard to find a good move. But queen F4, I think the intention is to go here and go to a square on this diagonal that cannot be harassed by the black rooks. That also leaves this rook open, which could be useful. And yeah, and then we might be threatening this and this and that. And okay, so anyway, this is winning now. I'm not good at major piece endings, really. But we got the win, so hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you next time. Okay, bye.